Compared to other colleges around the state, I think of Whatcom as the crown jewel of Washington. It's a beautiful campus, and even more importantly, it's the special people who genuinely welcome and encourage students to learn and to achieve.
I came from all this very traditional background to this pioneer, frontier type of college. And I think what was surprising was the originality of Whatcom, the innovativeness of Whatcom, in addition to the compassion and passion of Whatcom.
From the moment I arrived at Whatcom, I thought that there was a palpable commitment across the faculty and staff to serving students and especially to achieving student success.
All the departments at Whatcom really, they join the college to make what it is as Whatcom Community College. It's not just the students, again, it's the faculty, it's the frontline staff, classified staff that welcome students. And that's why I love working at Whatcom. It's all about the students and helping to support them each and every day.
The faculty, the staff, the administrators are all top-notch. And this part of the country is an obvious, very good one to live in for many reasons. And I think cream attracts cream. When we have top people and they are on hiring committees and they get interviews from top people, they hire those top people. I don't believe I'd be able to get my own job. As I said, there were 2 people that applied, me and one other person who was a good friend, and I was the lucky one that got the job. When I was helping to hire my replacement when I retired, there were such high quality candidates, we were hard pressed to find an ideal candidate. And so people like to come here and work here, and we have a great number of people that stay here for 10, 20, 30 years, in some cases more, because why would they want to be anywhere else?
I believe in the Whatcom ideal of bringing education to the community. We did that in the early years by being in the community in various locations, trying to resist the idea of being a place to which people came to go to college. We were bringing college to them. But over the years, it became obvious that if we did have a campus, we could draw students to us. And so in the early 1990s, when we moved into this location, I came here and I have never imagined leaving Whatcom. I have never imagined doing anything else. It's the job I've always wanted to do.
I believe there's a collegiality at Whatcom that's more prevalent than at other colleges, even colleges that claim it. And when I talk about collegiality, technically that term applies to shared authority. So I believe there's shared responsibility at Whatcom for making things go well.
I remember when I was being interviewed for my job, one of the meetings I had was with the classified staff, and one of them outlined this horrendous theoretical problem and ended with the question of, what would you do to fix it? And my answer was, I wouldn't do anything to fix it. We will do something to fix it. And I could tell by the reaction of the classified that even though I didn't know the college at that point, that was the right answer. And I realized in the 11 years I was here that I always tried to work as a team with the classified, not a boss and a bunch of workers, but real colleagues who could get things done.
I just found administration in particular to be very supportive. As long as you had a good idea, a way to do it, you were encouraged. And that's really what I think is great about Whatcom. Even though it has gotten larger, there are more students, there's more staff, people still find a way to be rigorous, yet friendly and flexible.
The uniform purpose, serving the students as best as we could in whatever your role was. From the president on over, I wouldn't say down, but on over to the people who are keeping the grounds as beautiful as they are. So everyone has a mission and they do it to the best of their ability. That's a really remarkable thing. You don't see that everywhere.
There's a genuine sense of caring. Here there's this thing that's called the Whatcom Way, a very elusive idea, but it's real. And everyone who's connected with the college for a certain length of time understands what that means. It means that faculty are approachable, accessible, and very willing to serve the students. And it means that students are friendly and willing to be helping one another. It means that there's a dedication to education here, starting from the president and going right down to the person who's the barista in the cafeteria.
People who work at Whatcom find that the Whatcom Way carries into their personal lives. The Whatcom Way is to be flexible and get things done and to be a family, a community. And I still feel connected to this college even though I am not here on campus every day.
Early on in my time here, I was an adjunct math faculty my first year, and so I shared an office with several other math faculty. And we just spent so much time in that office just talking about life. They really taught me about becoming an adult and becoming an adult professional, which was great. I was, I think, 24 or 25 at the time.
The first thing I think of is the level of commitment that people have to the work that they do. I mean, that's true in any, hopefully true in any institution devoted to education. But when it comes to my experience here at Whatcom, I literally walk down the hallway and end up talking to at least 3 or 4 people about project ideas, things that we can improve, questions, what about this, or have you ever, and it just kind of happens without you even trying. That's really special. That doesn't happen just anywhere. It's like these opportunities for progress, for change, for innovation kind of just, I wouldn't say they fall in your lap, but if you're looking, you will find them.
It's the only community college I've ever taught at. And I said, oh, wow, it's great teaching in a community college. And somebody said, oh, you mean it's great teaching at Whatcom?
I had been to Whatcom's campus probably once prior to my actually being here as the college president. Was very impressed with the facilities, the buildings and grounds, and just very intrigued about this thriving little campus, what I called very little campus, in our system. And so it was a very favorable impression. I had heard very good things about it, but people really didn't know much about Whatcom Community College outside of Whatcom County. And so I came here, and of course I had a daughter who lived here for a bit, and she told me about all the pleasures of being a Whatcom resident and a Bellingham resident. And so when I came here, I was, of course, not surprised at all, but I was just very taken by the friendliness of the staff and the faculty that I met, even as a presidential candidate when tensions run high. My adrenaline was going. I sensed that people were very welcoming.
I don't think I have ever seen a classified staff member, a faculty member, or an administrator say no to a student. If it's something that you don't know the answer to, you just think, well, where can I find that answer? And I think there's incredible flexibility on the part of the campus community, the staff members at all levels, to answer student questions and to facilitate their success.
I have seen over and over again students that have said, I would not have made it had it not been for your help, for this faculty member, for this club I was in. And that is proof that Whatcom is doing an excellent job. I hear students saying over and over how much they appreciate getting to know their faculty on a first name basis, connecting with other students in the classroom, and getting involved in things on campus that make them want to stay after their class is over. there are so many students here that don't leave campus when their class is over. They want to stick around, and they've made connections. They go to faculty office hours. They come to entry and advising and work on an academic plan for their future. And that's not the case at a lot of other schools.
And so I think people today may just see it as a gorgeous campus where people care about you and you can get a great education. And it's really the hearts and souls of those who've worked here through the many years who built the foundation for this to be such a great college.
Every morning as I eagerly biked to work, I would ponder the question and challenge myself, how can I best serve my students today? And when you're biking along, taking half an hour to get to school, in whatever weather, sometimes that's a good motivating thought. And I really did think that pretty much every day. I loved coming to work, and it wasn't, oh, I have to go to work today. It was just a pleasure.
And Whatcom's just a place you can wake up in the morning and come to work every day and know that you're going to be greeted with warm welcomes and good mornings and those happy Fridays. And, you know, where can you work really where students and families tell you thank you every single day for what you do?